You know, there's something very heartbreaking about the way Zak Brown was talking in Austria, guys. This is not, I'm sorry, in Spain. They finished second position, not good enough to get anywhere in the championship. The problem here, and look, I'm not having to go off McLaren because I'm actually a fan of McLaren, and I believe that they can actually go and win the championship if they really get their craft honed. Okay, now it's going to be tough. There's no two ways about it. Red Bull are still incredibly dominant. And here's why. They finished second yesterday. They are streaks behind in the championship. 69 points, if I actually remember correctly. 69 points is almost 3 wins that Verstappen has. Almost 3 wins. Now, it's still not halfway yet in the championship, so there's still a little bit of time, yes. But his reaction yesterday, he says, well, look, we're pleased with everything, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing. Really? What about Ron Dennis, man? Ron Dennis was the founder of McLaren. He was one of the legends of all time, Ron Dennis. Ron Dennis, under no circumstances, would have said on the camera yesterday, well, we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and fight the good fight. Is that what this is? Like, give me a break, lads. Come on. Ron Dennis would have been on that bloody camera saying, well, look, the good news is we've got some pace, but the bad news is we're not executing enough. They lost it at the start yesterday. Sure, George Russell made a good start. And in Spain, sometimes it's actually better to even start on the second row because you're getting a slipstream down into the main or into the first corner. So it can actually help being on the second row. Still, not everybody does lose their position at the start. He did. And that pit stop, now you can't blame Lando Norris for that pit stop, but they had that pit stop and you could see the back left tire was a little bit loose and they had to sort of, what would you call it, jimmy it a little bit, right? And this is the problem here, guys. That championship inexperience, that's what I suppose it comes down to. And I get it too. Zak Brown, he's got large shoes to fill when it comes to Ron Dennis. He has a big shadow over his head. There's no two ways about it. Very tough for the man. But you're in this position, buddy. Suck it up. And where is your standards? And guys, please don't think I'm having a go off McLaren. I love McLaren. I'm a huge fan. I always have been. When Ayrton Senna, Prost, Hakkinen, just the legends of the sport have been in McLaren. And I do want to see them win. And you know something? Here's the weird thing. I'm a Verstappen fan. And even I want to see McLaren start winning. Number one, great entertainment for all of us, obviously. But it'd be great to see McLaren come back. I just hope they get their standards. Is Zak Brown playing it down, maybe? You know what? I bloody hope so. I hope I'm wrong about the guy. Because this is not good enough. What they need to do right here, right now, is the last tick on the box they need. Make sure they have a good balanced car at slow, medium, and high speed tracks. They have ticked the box for the first two, slow and medium speed tracks. They're going to Silverstone now in 2 weeks' time. That will be the decider because that is a really high-speed track. And if they're quick there, that means they've got a really good balanced car because they're quick at, like we were saying, slow, medium, and high-speed tracks. So will we see a chink in the armor, so to speak? Maybe. But again, we're going to have to wait and see until Silverstone. That's going to be the ultimate clincher. And if they have, well then, guys, it's everything or nothing now. It's everything or nothing. They have to start winning. Even if they could get themselves in a situation where they're starting to win, I know this could be a really hard thing to do, but let's say they won the next 10 races, okay? Maybe this is a bit of a weird example, but go with me here. They win the next 10 races and Verstappen finishes second. That's 80 points of a jump they'll get over Verstappen because 8 points is the difference between finishing first and finishing second. So you multiply that by 10. In other words, my point is, guys, even if it was 5 race wins in a row, they're going to do well here. They're going to squeeze down Verstappen into a pressurized situation. And then God only knows what could happen. Now, look, it's still early. We'll see what happens. But the way Zak Brown is talking here, it's not looking good.